How can research transform residential childcare practices? This video explores the NCFE CACHE Level 5 Diploma in Leadership and Management for Residential Childcare. Discover how to justify research topics and their impact on health, social care, and young people. Every research project begins with a compelling topic. Identify a researchable area that aligns with health and social care services. Develop aims and objectives while considering ethical aspects. A literature review is crucial for grounding your research. This foundational work is assessed in real-world settings. By the end, you should identify research areas, develop aims, explain ethics, and complete a literature review. These steps justify your topic, ensuring clarity in what you will study. Understand why it's important and how to protect participants. Assess your work in your professional environment. These objectives guide your research journey. Research generates evidence that improves practice. In residential childcare, it enhances outcomes for children. Leaders use research skills to critically assess evidence and inform decisions. A well-chosen topic matters to practice and can be studied safely. Research is essential for informed and effective childcare. Research is a systematic process that answers questions or solves problems. It follows a transparent method, not guesswork. The goal is to answer clear questions, not just gather data. Findings are open to scrutiny, ensuring trustworthiness. This process is vital for credible and impactful research. Research follows stages: justify, understand, conduct, and analyze. Justify involves choosing topics, setting aims, addressing ethics, and reviewing literature. Understand covers research types, data collection, analysis, and quality. Conduct involves planning and data collection. Analyze focuses on drawing conclusions and applying findings. Turn broad interests into researchable topics. Sources include practice problems, knowledge gaps, policy, and children's experiences. Narrow down broad areas to focus topics. Ensure topics are feasible, relevant, ethical, and focused. A good topic is specific and answerable within your resources. Justifying a research area involves more than naming it. Explain the practice problem or knowledge gap. Link it to your setting and wider policy. A well-justified area sets up aims, ethics, and literature review. Example: what helps young people raise concerns is relevant and feasible. The aim is the project's overall purpose. Objectives are specific steps to achieve the aim. Aims are broad and singular, while objectives are specific and plural. Use SMART objectives: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. Align aims, objectives, and research questions for coherence. Research questions are open, common in qualitative work. Hypotheses predict relationships, used in quantitative research. Match your approach: questions for experiences, hypotheses for measurable claims. Ensure questions or hypotheses are answerable with available data. This clarity guides your research direction. Ethical research respects autonomy, does good, avoids harm, and ensures justice. These principles guide decisions from consent to data storage. Informed consent and confidentiality are crucial. Handle sensitive data with care, especially with vulnerable participants. Ethical approval may be required before starting. Ensure anonymity by removing identifying details. Avoid harm and safeguard participants, especially children. Follow data protection laws for lawful data handling. Seek clear agreements before data collection. Revisit consent if research changes, maintaining ethical standards throughout. Children in care need special attention for consent and protection. Consent may involve the child, guardians, and local authorities. Ethical approval is often required from relevant bodies. Follow frameworks like BRA for standards in research with children. Explain considerations and their application to your area. A literature review critically summarizes existing knowledge. It identifies gaps and justifies your research. It informs methods and provides a comparison for findings. Use academic journals, books, and official sources. Organize by theme, not source, to highlight agreements and gaps. Use databases and Google Scholar for peer-reviewed studies. Evaluate sources for currency, authority, accuracy, and purpose. Critically appraise what you read to ensure relevance and credibility. Reference everything accurately in Harvard style. Avoid plagiarism by citing all sources appropriately. Begin by setting out the topic and scope. Organize by theme to draw out known, contested, and missing elements. Identify the gap your research addresses. This structure justifies your project and guides your study. A well-structured review is critical for research success. Research how young people raise concerns, prompted by low complaints usage. The area is relevant and feasible, focusing on young people's experiences. Aims include understanding experiences, identifying barriers, and recommending improvements. Ethics cover consent, confidentiality, and safeguarding. The literature review informs and supports this research focus. Consider what practice problem would benefit from research. Can you state a clear aim and SMART objectives? Identify ethical risks in researching your topic. Determine where to search for existing literature. Evaluate and judge the sources you find critically. Covered identifying and justifying a research area. Developed clear aims and SMART objectives aligned with research questions. Explored ethical considerations, including consent and confidentiality. Completed a critical literature review to identify research gaps. These elements are crucial for successful research in residential childcare. Explore BERA ethical guidelines for educational research. Use Google Scholar for academic sources. Access Social Care Online for research databases. Follow Harvard referencing with Cite Them Right. Check recent publications as laws and guidance frequently change. Key references include Bell and Waters on research projects. BERA provides ethical guidelines for research. Bryman and Cohen offer insights into social and educational research methods. Denscombe and Saunders guide research for business and health. Acknowledge the importance of these sources in your project. Understanding research in residential childcare is crucial. From choosing topics to ethical considerations, each step is vital. Now equipped with knowledge, you can embark on impactful research projects.